Dane County, Wisconsin, making history last night when the Board of Supervisors voted to become the first sanctuary for trans and non-binary people. The resolution says if the state passes laws against puberty blockers and the like, the county sheriff would look the other way.
Let's bring in Wisconsin Family Action President Julaine Appling with us. Julaine, good to see you from my home state of Wisconsin and a friend of mine. Julaine, Dane County, home of Madison, Wisconsin, home of the University of Wisconsin, a very liberal county. What has the response been from the rest of the state of Dane County passing this resolution to turn a blind eye to state laws, if passed, to push back on kids being transitioned with very dangerous drugs?
Well, it is. And Sean, thanks for this opportunity. Good to hear from you as well. Look, I'm not sure exactly what the whole state is saying, but I will tell you, I already got news today, and this won't surprise us. It shouldn't surprise anybody anyway. Milwaukee's already got a lookalike resolution in play that they're looking to get passed probably by July. This is exactly what I said would happen. Once Dane County goes down this road, there will be a domino effect. Now, yesterday at the meeting there in Dane County, apparently the room was filled with people who were telling the supervisors, we don't want this. This is dangerous. It violates the religious freedom. It's about parental rights. It's about the well-being of children. And apparently 25 of the 26 supervisors who were there yesterday didn't care. They don't care about the message they're sending. And what's that message? That message is it's okay for children to have their healthy body parts taken out when they're in the process of developing and growing, not understanding the long-term effects of this. This is Madison, Dane County, sending a message to children all across the state, probably around the country. Hey, come to Dane County. We'll take care of you. Law enforcement, should there ever be a law prohibiting medical personnel from doing these kinds of things with minors, we'll take care of you, and we'll just have law enforcement wink at it. Sad, very sad day here in Wisconsin.
And the science is not settled on this. Regardless of what the trans movement wants people to think here in the United States, you know, what Sean and I say it all the time, no debate, no dissent, the science is settled. But if you look overseas to Europe, they're heading in they were ahead in pursuing these treatments. I use that term loosely, and they're reversing course.
Well, they are reversing course because they're beginning to understand this is not healthcare. If you look in the resolution that Dane County passed last night, they say this is healthcare. Taking out a healthy or removing a healthy body part from a healthy minor is not healthcare. It is a procedure that people think will somehow make the emotional trauma that these young people are going through go away. It doesn't make it go away. Europe and England in particular, I think is what you're referring to there. They're the ones that are understanding, hey, these young people, these children don't understand the long-term effects. They don't know that they're now infertile, that they'll never be able to nurse a baby, to even have a baby, that you can't undo what the puberty blockers and the cross-sex hormones and certainly the surgeries will do. And America, you know, we need to wake up to the reality. Isn't it fascinating that they want science when they want it, and they want to completely reject science when it doesn't go in their favor? Well, can't have it both ways.
No, you can't have it both ways, but that's the way they want it, Julaine. I want to go to this, though, because we're approaching the one-year anniversary of the Supreme Court decision that overturned Roe v. Wade. Now, pro-choice extremists have attacked pro-life clinics in 24 states since then. Is the FBI and the DOJ, do you think, doing enough to get these crooks and put them in jail, or are they turning a blind eye to these radicals attacking pro-lifers and pregnancy centers?
Well, I think to a large degree, Sean, they're turning a blind eye. But I've got to tell you, remember, on Mother's Day a year ago, it was our organization that was the first one attacked. We had 2 Molotov cocktails tossed through our windows there in Madison and burned up my office. And unfortunately, they've got somebody arrested. But the sad part about this is we're one arrest out of all these hundreds of attacks. No, I don't think FBI and ATF and the other law enforcement agencies are pursuing this. This isn't justice. This is justice turning a blind eye to criminal activity that needs to be taken care of. The gentleman before that I heard on your segment before talked about people being afraid to take care of criminal activity. That's where we are right now.
Julaine Appling, one of the hardest fighters for little babies in the womb and for common sense policies for our kids in regard to this transgender issue. Wisconsin's lucky to have you, Julaine, and thanks for joining us on The Bottom Line.
Thank you to both of you. Appreciate it.
God bless.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.